The Nigerian judiciary is easily the most neglected and underfunded arm of government, a situation that has further corrupted and compromised judicial officers. Now, while the problem is grave at the federal level, at the state level, where governors are seen as overlords, the situation is even more appalling. What danger feels it portend for the system? In the first of our Sunday specials tonight, Eshamomo Imodu provides insights.
At a time when Nigerians crave for a push in the fight against corruption, a critical stakeholder in its success, the judicial arm of government, seems to be grappling with its own internal crisis of compromise and miscarriage of justice. While some see these as self-inflicted, others say the judiciary is merely a victim of executive tactic.
But what has happened since 1999 has been a deliberate policy on the part of the executive and the legislature not to recognize the independence of the judiciary as understood by as envisaged by the Constitution. And because there is increasing loss of confidence in the rule of law, the government has consistently underfunded the judiciary.
The executive appropriates a lot of money to itself. The National Assembly appropriates a lot of money to itself. 109 senators, 360 members of the House of Representatives, their aides, special advisors, senior special assistants, personal assistants, gardeners, drivers, all. In the judiciary, a judge has only just a policeman guarding him, following him. He has nothing else.
But since the judiciary could not protect its own, how well can it defend the interests of the average Nigerian? The executive arm of government and the legislative arm are accused by the Nigerian public of compromising the judiciary. For instance, in the year 2010, the budgetary allocation to the third arm of government was 95 billion naira, while the legislature had 128 billion naira. By 2013, allocations to the judiciary shrunk from 95 billion naira to 67 billion naira, while that of the legislature went up from 128 billion naira to 150 billion naira. Now, taking a comparative look at the National Assembly, judiciary, and defense, you will observe that judiciary remains the least favored amongst these three. Now, defense in 2010 was 232 billion, while judiciary 95 billion, and the National Assembly had 128 billion. But by 2013, defense had gone up to 364 billion naira. National Assembly went up also to 150 billion naira, but the judiciary shrunk from 95 billion to 67 billion naira. Pricked by the rising incident of judicial corruption, the national body of Nigerian lawyers has queued up behind the bench in the fight against judicial corruption by calling for self-cleansing.
Gone were the days, unlike what we had in previous constitution, that the executive, ably represented by the Chief Justice of Nigeria, makes his recommendation. They want money, they begin to go cap in hand to the executive, or go cap in hand with the government of the day. That is where the unnecessary judicial flirtation comes in.
Why do we make London a hub for arbitration and all that? Everyone wants to go to London to do arbitration. The system works. You can determine how soon your matter is going to end. So somebody will feel safe to come and do business in the place.
Analysts warn that allowing this consistent decline in allocation to the judiciary to continue is dangerous, as it leaves the judiciary the last hope of the common man exposed to corruption. They are worried that the suspected deliberate underfunding of the judiciary will ensure that rather than justice being equally administered to all degrees of people, it goes only to the highest bidder. Eshamomo Imodu, TVC News.